Oh. Oh.
101.
Community, how's it going out there? Time we open up a find that I picked up at a garage sale for $1. $1. We got the 1989 Bowman, as people would say. Bowman. Let me know what you think. We're looking for some big names in the Bowman. This I looked at as well, and we got some 90s tops. They're all about the same big hitters. You know, they're not in the best condition. They've been probably stored in a garage or something. But we want the Ken Griffey Jr., we want the Bo Jackson, Nolan Ryan, Cal Ripken Jr., Mattingly, Maddox. Who else? The Puckett in the 89. That's a big hitter as well. Pretty much the big names of the time. Tony Gwynn, Barry Bonds. If we find any of those big names, we'll point it out to you. Those are what we're looking for. We want possible the George Bush card. I believe could be in the tops here. I didn't look through them. I know that that's what's here. And I looked at this first card. That's all I looked at. Picked it up for $1. In a following video, I picked up another garage sale item at this same sale. We'll be looking at that coming up in the future. It's a 2004 Topps. We're looking for big names in that as well. We're looking for a Jeter. I believe there's the Frank Thomas, one of his last years. But that's where we're going to be looking at the next video from this garage sale. And this one, we're looking at this stuff. I want to thank you guys for showing up. Please like, subscribe, comment. Who are you looking for? Have you pulled this stuff? Share with anyone you think would like this sort of stuff as well. And let's get started on this. So these are the tops. And I'm sure these have been looked through. The lady that I got them from, it looked like it may have been her father or possibly a brother that passed away. So I'm sure these are searched. And then we are from Minnesota, so I don't know if we're going to be finding the Puckett in this. The Mauer possibly in the future, in that future video. The 2004 stuff possibly, but we'll take a look here. It looks like these may be all sorted by player and by team. So these are probably picked through quite a lot more than I would hope. But it is what it is. It was $1. I told her that this stuff probably wasn't worth much, but I had no idea. I got this for $1. The stuff coming up in the future video, I got that for $4. So we'll see what we pull on that. Please come back. Looks like this one was written on. Can you see the reflection there? It says 1990 Topps. Looks like someone was trying to sell this stuff at one point. There's a little drawing here of like a flower in a flower pot or something. If you guys can make that out, let me know. More Braves, Ernie Witts. Got the Cardinals, Brian Smith. There's the manager. We got Dodgers, Juan Samuel. And who knows, this could have been looked through last week for all I know. Or it couldn't have maybe been looked through 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm not sure. The lady didn't really seem like she knew what she had on her hands. Got some Dodgers there. Expos. Dennis Boyd. There's some more damage there. Some drawing or some writing of some sort. Looks like some of these are sorted a little bit, some of them aren't, but it does look like they are sorted between teams. John McNamara, Indian manager. Oh, are we going to get the Wild thing? Vaughn or no? Does he have a card? I don't think so. There's some more Mariners. Like the Mets. Bud Harrelson. Alejandro Pena. There's Marshall. Please let me know. I don't know all the, the big players of this era, but I do know some of them, and I did look at a little overview of some of the stuff we would be looking for, and I have not seen the Orioles. There you would have had the Cal Ripken, the Padres. This is where we'll have the Bonds, I would assume. And like I say, this could have been gone through. I have no idea. This is just kind of sweet looking through this old stuff. Some more Padres. The Phillies on the back that I just moved. A couple more. The Pirates. No Skeens in this stuff, that's for sure. Skeens probably wasn't even born yet. I think he's, in his 20s? So this is about 15 years too early. So we're looking for Nolan Ryan here. Rangers stuff. Missed out. Is this the Reds? Is this Ken Griffey Sr. stuff? I'm sure someone took that out. Marzano, the Tigers. Mosby and Phillips. Nothing. Stump Merrill manager. Jeff Robinson. Jack McDowell. Robinson again. More managers. Rick Croney. Carmelo Martinez. The Phillies. More Rangers. Yeah. Looks like all this stuff. Now I got to the end, so no hitters there. We were looking for the Frank Thomas error card, if anything, but of course, anyone who knew anything, even back then, would have pulled something without a name. It looks like a PSA 9 for that card would have been probably around $10,000, but we got our dollar worth of cards right there. So let's check out these Bowmans here. And we're, like I said, we're looking for those same names. The big boys of the time. And these ones, you got to know them by the face and by the team. Because these ones are be able to read people's signatures. Because I do not. Yeah, these ones are going to be tough. You got to let me know, please. Let me know. We got the Dodgers. More Dodgers. Gibson. We got, this is some good stuff. This is kind of cool. We got Griffin, probably. Sacia. Marsh. Brian Marsh, maybe. And yeah, these are all sorted, so I'm assuming that these ones have probably been gone through just like the other ones. But hey, seeing all these old pictures, I wish they'd brought back some of these just styles of the way that they took these photos, Stand there just like a goof, and we'll take some pictures. And they're not going to be much action, but it would be kind of neat. Brian O'Leary, maybe? O'Neill? Paul O'Neill? Is that the... Paul O'Neill, yeah, is that the guy from Married with Children? Here's some more Expos. That's not Paul O'Neill, that's Ed O'Neill, but We just got to look for those famous faces. And like I said, if you know any of these players, if these are some big hitters that I'm missing out on, let me know. Oh, Gary Carter. Thought that would look like Pete Rose or something. Zach Cousin. Nope. Mark Korean. Korean. I'm not sure. David Cohn. Randy Meyer. Like, just imagine if there was a picture of, you know, whomever from today's ball just standing there like a goof. Most of them are all action shots now. Greg Jeffries. More Astros. There's that Paul O'Neill again. The Cincinnati Reds. And Barry Larkin. There's some of these people that I do recognize, but I don't know if they're the big names. You know, for the big money names, I guess. You know, if you wanted to put together a nice little set, I mean, these are not in bad shape whatsoever. The corners are pretty crisp. They're all pretty white, so I could put together a couple of close to complete sets for a lot of this stuff, I would think. You got the Cubs here. Matt Wellston. Webster. Mark Grace. Please let me know, guys, if there are any big names in here. I would like to know so I can put them in collector sleeves and keep them protected from the elements. Rick Schofley. Nope. Sutcliffe. Steve Wilson. I think there would have been one of Sammy Sosa maybe running. I don't know if that might have been the 2004 stuff. I did just look at a list, so I'm getting Tom Lawless. I'm getting some of them mixed up. Maybe it was a later one. I don't know if Sosa played in 1989. Excuse me about the sniffling, guys. Got some allergies. Seasonal allergies. Fred McGriff. Bob Benchley. Brenly. Well, out to the Blue Jays here. Jimmy Key. Some of these names are easy to read, and some of them are recognizable as well. Let's see that Nolan Ryan. Was he on the Rangers at that point? I'm not sure, but we'll see his signature throwing if that's the case. Was that Gary Busey there? Nope, Buddy Bell. Looks like we're about 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the way through here, and I want to say thank you guys if you're watching. An extra thanks for anyone subscribed, and another extra thanks for anyone that gave me a little information. Who's this, Peter Meyer? Jamie Moyer. If you guys gave me any information in the comments, I want to thank you as well. So we get a Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, we've already gone through so many teams, and there's nothing, so I'm not sure there's going to be a Ken Griffey, but you never know. Harold Reynolds. Dave Vale. Do you guys watch any of these teams back in the day? Who was your team? Who were you rooting for? Was it your home team? Is that where you guys grew up? You know, are you from Chicago and rooted for Baltimore? Or just let me know. Got some Twinkies here. Looks like no one picked through this. Let's see that $45 pocket. Ooh, and all these are messed up. No Brewer action. Got some more Athletics here. Let's just hope, guys. Let's just hope. Ladies, too. Let's hope. Let's hope that all these are sorted and our big hitters are at the end. R.C. Kelly. We got some of these Yankees. Usually Ricky Henderson. I'm going to pull him aside. They got some of these guys from the Yankees that are just, you know, you get the ones that are worth the money. Steve Sachs. And I don't know if they're the big names, but they're definitely somebody that I recognize as a possibility. David Spaghetti. Andy Hawkins. There's another Twinkie. Wally Backman. Where's the Frank Viola? Is he still playing? And yeah, he was playing in '89. I think there are inserts in this where there's like a double player. I don't know. We probably would have stumbled across a couple by now. Thank you if you're still watching. Hopefully seeing some of these old faces, if you're an old timer like me, and it brings you back. The Indians, the Tigers, Jerry Brown, some more Indians, Doug Jones. White Sox. Is there a Frank Thomas would be popping up? Paul Gibson. And Jack McDowell. What was that? Bobby Tipkin? Nope. Thigpen. Got one little stack left. Thank you for sticking around if you have. Let's see some of these big hitters. There's Chili Davis before he came to the Twins. He was on the Angels at that point. Oh, Chili. Is that Jim Abbott? It is. The Jim Abbott rookie. Huh. That's pretty neat. So, a lot of the cards nowadays have adopted the little rookie symbol, or the RC symbol on the front. Or these ones, as you can see by the rookie here of Jim Abbott, says he's making his professional debut. So That's how they must have done it at this time for the Bowmans, but I don't know if Fleer and Leaf and Dunruss and Upper Deck did all of that, but it'd be an easy way to look for the rookies if we flipped all these bad boys over and just flipped through them really quick. We could pull out the rookies and see who made a career for themselves. Those might be worth a little cash. The Kurt Ford. We're getting to the end. Got about 40 cards left. Let's see those hitters. The ones with the nice ERAs, the big RBI, home run hitters. Let's start seeing them. To the Cardinals and the Pirates again. I'm assuming that some of these, let me know, are some of these, maybe, worth a little bit? Or Bobby Bonilla, more recognizable names, I would think, because they're all mixed together. Jack Clark. No, see, because I don't recognize all of them, but a few of them I did when I just kind of looked at them. Here we go. Last few here. Please make sure to subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you guys can see when I upload that next video of the 2004 if you're interested. If you like any pack openings, unboxings, that's what I do on my channel. So I'm going to be broadening a little bit, but for the most part, this is box opening, pack opening. Please subscribe and share. Let me know who the hitters are, where the big hits are. The big names, Ricky Henderson, Steve Sachs, and Jim Abbott. Those are my pulls. Let me know, are these the good ones? Should I have pulled these out? Should I have pulled somebody else out? Let me know in the comments. And tell me who your team is now. Who your team was back in 1989. Or 1990. Who did you collect? Let me know. Thanks for stopping by. Peace, I'm out of here. Hey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. If you're a subscriber, thank you the most. But if you're not, hit that subscribe button. It's easy. Always check out all these other videos. There's plenty of shorts as well. Something for everybody. For the most support, head over to Patreon. All of this stuff needs to get purchased. Just open it for your enjoyment as well as mine. But to throw back support to you guys, I give away monthly giveaways, larger and larger and larger, based on the tier that you throw your support back at me. Your name always is at the end of my content. And then you get all the access before any other YouTube viewer out there. So, thanks again for showing up. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, I'm out of here.